Just wanted to kind of level set on where we've been with our policy process and kind of how we've come to agreement on the ways that Access continues to seek feedback on the policies that we present for tribal consultation. And so one of the main components, I think, for takeaway today is that we do welcome requests or recommendations from tribes or IHS, tribally operated 638 programs, and urban Indian organizations to include any of these policies that we present for an overview or that goes through our policy process to come back to tribal consultation. So if there's ever a need for that, please feel free to reach out to me and let me know that you do request a particular policy to be put on any of our agendas for discussion. And so today we will actually be giving just the first step for our Acom 448 policy, which is just an initial policy overview. And so what we've agreed to do is to bring forth any of the policies that, whether they're new or that are going through revisions to tribal consultation, to make sure that we are bringing to the table any of the policies that might be changing or that might be coming to creation in the next couple of months, and make sure that we're getting accurate and appropriate feedback from tribes and ITUs regarding things that we should be including in any particular policy or things that should be excluded from any particular policy. And so today you'll see that we are going to go over Acom 448. And so just wanted to note that this would be the time to bring forth any ideas and really brainstorm with us around things or language that should be included or excluded at first glance. And so also just wanting to give a quick overview of kind of what step one entails. And so we have heard very clearly that tribes and ITUs have requested us to bring forth any and all policies that we are considering creating or making a revision to. So at the earliest possible time, the individual from within Access who is taking the lead on walking this policy through our process will present an overview of that policy during a tribal consultation meeting. So that's what's going to happen today with Acom 448. And this is also a perfect time for us to engage in discussion around any particular policy. And so we will have some time within the next couple of minutes to discuss Acom 448 as well. And so this was a workflow that was sent out earlier, and it's also posted to our tribal consultation page. But this kind of walks through the process in terms of where stakeholders have weigh in and the things that Access staff is responsible to do as we walk each of these policies through our process. And so you'll see that the red boxes are denoting all of the time points in which stakeholders have the ability to weigh in on any particular policy as it goes through this process. And so for Acom 448, we're actually kind of at the beginning of this process. And so one of the first things that we do is bring this policy to all of our stakeholders. So whether that's tribal leaders, ITUs, we have a number of other stakeholders that we work with across the state, and let them know that this is something that is either going to be created or is going through the revision process. And so for those policies that are going through the revision process, what I've done is sent out the past policy. So we currently have a policy that is posted on our website that went out with the attachments, and that's also linked in the presentation for everyone to just kind of go back and review it and see if I could make changes to this, what are some changes that I would make, what are solutions that I can bring forward to Access to say, you know, you should really consider including this in this policy in the next round of revisions. And so that's really where we're at with this policy right now, and hoping that we'll get some feedback from tribes and ITUs around things of that nature.